Fracking involves drilling 2 to 3 kilometres into the ground and then using a mixture of water, sand and chemicals to fracture the rock, releasing the gas inside. Now, fracking was banned in 2019 in the UK because of concerns over earth tremors. Earlier I spoke to Professor Richard Davies, who said that while the earth tremors are small and of no risk to humans, it will be difficult for the technique to take off in the UK.
We're very different from the US in terms of our ability to quickly deploy rigs, to move on to land, which in the US is sometimes where the farm owner owns the mineral rights, which they don't in the United Kingdom. So there's many differences as to why the US took off quickly and we've taken off extremely slowly in terms of shale gas production, exploration and production. We have no production, of course, at this point in time.
Do you think that might change in the future? I saw the energy giant Ineos was talking about building, or they want to build a fracking site, a test site in the UK.
Yeah. No, is the quick answer is I don't. I think this is because of the reasons I've given. Shale gas wells produce small volumes of gas. Now that's okay if you can drill hundreds and you've got large tracts of land to drill them across. We don't have that capability in the UK. So my own view is that shale gas was going to be a small contributor, if it's a contributor at all. And after since 2010, when the first shale gas well was fracked, and we're now at 2022, over 12 years, it hasn't happened.
Also, France, Germany and Spain have banned fracking, but it's been going in the US. I mean, why have these policies come into force in certain countries but not in others?
Well, that's a very, very interesting question. Around 10 years ago, people started to look at Europe for fracking. They could see in the United States that it was really turning around the oil and gas production records in the United States. Could Europe be an area where the rocks were suitable? But also, at that same time, the concerns around fracking were growing, and many countries decided that those risks, perceived risks or real risks, were too significant for fracking to go ahead in Germany, France, etc. And that was partly, it went through social media. People saw alarming pictures of people in the United States turning on their tap and burning gas as it comes out of it in their kitchen. And these images went viral and people became very concerned. Governments looked at this and decided to put in bans. Now, in the UK, we went ahead with fracking. But even having done that, we've found that in Lancashire, where fracking has gone ahead, in the two of the most closely monitored wells at Preston New Road and Priest Hall, those wells, once they've been fracked, have caused seismicity that's been felt, and hence the ban has been put back in place in November of 2019.
So it sounds like there could be a lot of smaller earthquakes, potentially.
Yes, we know that since the 1970s, the Carboniferous rocks where the coal mining's been done, and these are broadly the same age rocks, don't release energy more than around magnitude 3. So we're pretty confident that there could be earthquakes, but the impact would be low.
Well, there's no mention of fracking in the Prime Minister's energy strategy, but the government has ordered a review into fracking, so we may well see a U-turn in that policy depending on the results of that review. Jane Werrell, NTD News, London.